Hi, today is February 11th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 228 for the year, Like Gauze. Yesterday morning, a bit before 8:30, the sky was like gauze stretched across the sun. The sun seemed determined to burst through or burn a hole through the gauze. Later in the day, the sun was still at it, but it was still hazy. The sun was still burning, but had not burst through. And then night came, and the sun was gone, and the sky was like gauze stretched across the moon. Poem number 229, Everyone Can Do Stuff. I recently observed to a teenager how many times I hear adults say to teenagers, kind of as a joke, but kind of serious, it's up to your generation to fix all this. We're counting on you. Adults say that shit all the time. And I said, if I were a teenager and someone said that to me, I'd be like, fuck you. And the teenager I was talking to said, yeah, why aren't they doing anything? Everyone can do stuff. And I was like, yes, exactly. Everyone can do stuff. The next time I hear somebody say that shit, I'll be like, you're still alive. You can do stuff. And while I'm at it, I'll do stuff too, because I can. Poem number 230, The Usual Light. The light looked different this morning. After they noticed that one of the lights had not been switched on, they switched it on. And the light looked less unusual, but still not like the usual light. They hoped that this would not bother them all day. Poem number 231, Possibility. After it became clear that it was impossible, he immersed himself in painting and made a painting called Possibility. When she saw it hanging at his next gallery show, she smiled, then laughed, then cried. Poem number 232, Essence of Grievance. She puked up all of her emotions and filtered and distilled and isolated until she identified what she was looking for. She poured it into a petri dish and analyzed it under a microscope. In so doing, she was able to examine the essence of grievance. She took notes and published a paper and won a prize. She put the prize on the pillow where her partner used to lay her head, and she told herself the loss was bearable, and maybe it was. Poem number 233, Good Movies. If someone were to ask me if I've seen any good movies lately, I'd be like, fuck yes, I have. I've seen 9 of the 10 films nominated for Best Picture, and I liked them all. I think they are all good or great. I also saw Naiad, and while it may not be a great film, Annette Bening and Jodie Foster were phenomenal. But when is Jodie Foster not phenomenal? Oddly, the one nominated film I haven't seen is the one directed by the guy who, according to me, makes the best fucking films. I don't know what's up with that, except that last year was an exceptional year for movies. I wasn't saving it for last, it's just that's how the ball bounced. I didn't even see his Shutter Island until last month. I will see his new one within the next week or two, and I'm sure I will like or love it too. There are a lot of good movies out there. It's good to have movies to look forward to. And the last poem of the day, poem number 234, The Last Movie. The last movie I watched was Hitchcock's The Trouble with Harry. It was never nominated for anything. I had seen it once before and thought it was a lot of fun. It was not quite as much fun this time. I think that maybe the last time I saw it was not as good a year for movies as last year was. Maybe if 2029 is a crappy year for movies, I will watch The Trouble with Harry again then. But I'm not rooting for that. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.